make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoffs last year, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Tigers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And it'll come out to the 25. Attempt at a return. Offense in a bunch formation. Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Finds his man open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Pulls it in. It's Anger. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Gators didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Give to the running back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Dropping back, it's Fowler. Caught. Crosses the 30. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up. Execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone. They get him a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. Pulls it in inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. On the move. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. Second down, down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away because now you've backed yourself up even further. It's going to be even harder to throw this thing into the end zone or to score a touchdown. That's going to be a learning opportunity for this young man.
Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. He's looking downfield to throw. Gets away. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
How about the defense coming through when you needed it the most? They got some yards, had some success on this drive. Second and goal, sack. Third and goal, sack. Nice job by the defense, sticking with it, coming through in the clutch.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Pulled and fired complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. LSU quick to the line. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1950s. Looking for a deep man. He's got it inside the 30. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll move the wide receiver. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quarterback extends the play. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, at some point with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, Dave?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
He's piled up 87 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just...
Touchdown, Tiger! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Old Dominion is going to enjoy the trip back to Norfolk after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Ballard Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. On the ground, it's Anger. Spins away from the defender. Got enough for the first. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, running back on the move.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man, it's Patel. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They don't seem comfortable with the 50-yard field goal attempt, so they'll lead the offense out to try to get the 1st down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to pass, it's Fowler. On that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Back to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the back. Turning it on. The 30. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Got his man downfield. He got loose, almost has to finally drag down at the 32. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him. You better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. It's Ware. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Six plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Gator! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something we practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They believe they can run right here. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back, looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Back to pass, it's Fowler. Makes the catch, it's Bobo. There he goes! He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll go to the toss. Oh, better look out. Turning on the Jets. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Rush is on him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's second and long. Gives it on the option. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. LSU right back to the line. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The ball back, and here comes the offense. They're looking for an advantage to the right. At the 35, he's got more. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
The RPO, fire complete to the back. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds. Ends with a nice game. Mark it at the 47.
emphasizes it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot. You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. Speeding down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Duke had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Purple and gold's got this running game going right now. And you don't want to get overzealous here, but this is a type of talent that could do what Leonard Fournette almost did when he nearly got to 2,000 yards in a season.
And I love when commentators say, I don't want to get over myself and get overzealous and get too excited. He's having a day. Get excited. This dude's a beast.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Got it in the middle. It's Turbin. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Tuggle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the D.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Now adjusting. Going right and going deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
That's caught. It's Turbin. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Trying play action. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. It's in the tight end in motion. They try to pop a run on the draw. Breaks into the open. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense changing the play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the left. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. On the run, it's Anger. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. He's simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Catch in the middle, it's there. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Back to throw, it's Fowler. Grab, gain the marker, it's Bobo. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground with the back. Turning it on! Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tiger! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The snap sets up to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
It is so hard as a defender to have to stop that big fella from catching the corner route, right? He already has great size and long arms and he can jump. So what do you do? I mean, you're not trying to create pass interference and a penalty, but that's just a size mismatch and the offense took advantage.
To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Smith. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Hand off from the shotgun.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Smith. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run the toss, finding open areas. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Looking downfield, it's Fowler. He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. DB's right up on the receivers. He'll take another shot here. Makes the grab only for the 1st down. Hits the crease. Touchdown LSU. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Rice went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Owls in a statement win if there ever was one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here's the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it fly. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. On the run, it's Tuggle. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team is ranked higher for a reason.